Just about every law enforcement agency in the U.S. has at least one AR-15 style rifle. They're easy to use, have very little recoil, and has more bang for the buck. Idaho State Police traded in their Mini 14s several years ago for brand new M4s. That brings us to Jim Barron, the owner and operator of Quality Arms Idaho. A few years ago, he wouldn't have looked twice at any kind of gun until he went shooting one day and was hooked on the AR-15.
And I bought one, and when I bought it, I looked at it and I thought, I can improve this.
One of the first improvements, the bolt. He asked a local shop to coat the bolt in nickel to give it a shiny surface.
My bolt is hard nickel plated.
Aside from looking cleaner, it has a common sense use. The shiny surface doesn't collect particles or powder residue, which means the rifle owner can use less lubrication, and it tightens the fit of the bolt to the receiver, making it more accurate.
It is a very clean, efficient system.
Jim also custom modified the trigger system to cut down on slack, which also affects accuracy. But the modifications didn't end there. He was asked by a client to do something practically unheard of, to make the AR-15 ambidextrous.
A little bit of research, I found out that you could buy a left-handed gun and you could buy a right-handed gun, but you couldn't buy an ambidextrous gun.
Manufacturers said it couldn't be done, and Jim wasn't allowed to use proprietary parts. So he started asking around, custom modifying a standard AR-15 using parts he could buy, then modify, so the gun could be used by left-handed or right-handed shooters. 1 month later, in early 2010, he had a first-generation AR-15 that could be either left or right-handed by simply removing the bolt and swapping it with the second bolt stored in the handle in less than 1 minute.
We believe that the gun that I have here was the first gun of its kind in the United States, possibly the world.
They removed this forward assist handle. They modified the trigger just a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth. This bolt inside has 2/1000ths of an inch plating on it to make it a little bit more smooth.
It keeps it cleaner, it runs smoother, because it's total tolerance instead of rattling around in there. It runs nice and smooth. And with a gas piston system, it is so much cleaner.
Traditional AR-15 carbines are gas operated. The blowback, according to Jim, is not a great system, so he replaced it with a gas piston system, which he claims is cleaner, more accurate, and less likely to fail.
There's a saying, keep it simple, stupid. And that is exactly how this is. They don't have to do anything. It's put in the gun. That's it. It's self-cleaning, self-regulated. I try to build the gun with a bit of loving and tender care in it because I know what it's going to be used for, especially with a police officer.
In Rigby, Aaron Kunz, NBC News.